Hello everyone, welcome to Shane's Shed. Just want to discuss a little, basically a follow-up on my rebuild for my power steering rack in my Disco 3. If you haven't seen that series of videos, I'll throw a card for the playlist up here, so go check that out. This video will be added to the end of that playlist anyway, so go away, watch all that, come back, whatever, don't care. So at the start of this, I did initially sort of struggle to find any seal kits to purchase. A common question I had was obviously, where did I get the seal kit from? I actually got it from a local rebuilder in Perth. That's LPSR or Lucasz Power Steering Racks. I'll throw a link to his website in the description, so go check that out. He does send kits all over Australia. He mostly does sort of BMW stuff, but they, as far as I'm aware, mostly use TRW racks, the same as what the Disco 3 uses, so you can get all that stuff there. Obviously, if you've seen those videos as well, you would have seen that I struggled a bit with the Teflon rings. One question I did get is, did I glue them back together? The answer is no, I didn't, but let's see. I never really thought about it at the time, but let's actually see if they glue together. So in order to attempt to glue it, I'm going to use this Loctite 406 instant adhesive. This is the go-to stuff if you want to glue together like rubber O-rings and whatnot. It is called instant adhesive, so be careful, it will glue your fingers together real quick. Now I've no idea whether this is going to work. I've just done some flush cuts. This is a bit yeah, see, like with a rubber O-ring, that'll glue together pretty much straight away. That's not even looking at it. So it should be fine not gluing it together. Like I mentioned in the video, cut it at a 45-degree angle. It gives a little bit more surface area for basically any fluid leakage you get past and whatnot, so has a bit more chance of working as intended, and so far it's not a problem. Oh, and while I'm here as well, on the strip down video, I had a comment from Phil878. Amazing that there was 877 Phil-R's before you, but anyway, it just says, as always Shane, thanks again, appreciate sharing experiences. Think we'll have to buy a 7/16 flare nut spanner. So Phil's referring to the lines that are externally on the rack body itself, so yes, it is a 7/16 will work as well. I didn't even twig at the time to even check an imperial size because, well, most of this shit's all metric now, so yeah, for some reason just straight over the head. But yeah, all my flare nuts spanners anyway are all metric, so yeah, it didn't really help me, but yeah, that's a good tip for anybody else doing this job. Also, sort of referring back to that video, you would have seen how that spool, those Teflon seals on the spool valve were a bit of an issue. So if you did not want to change those out, if you had to rebuild yours, I probably can't see an issue with doing that, just leaving those ones in. If that's the case and you just want to purchase all the seals, I'm going to give you all those seal sizes now. Alright, let's start at the pinion, the outermost, let's call it, it's not a dust seal, it's still a lip seal, but either way, it's just under the dust seal. So that one is this little sucker, this little skinny bastard, is a 20 by 44 by, can't even read it. Okay, so this one is a 20, well this is all these numbers are all in millimeters as well, by the way, so it's a 20 by 44 by 4.5. Moving on to the seal that was just under the circlip, on the pinion. That one is a 20 by 42.5 by 7. Most inboard one on the pinion, which is that tiny little one. I'm just going to be able to see it because it's obviously small writing on it. So I can't see any writing on this one, but it looks to be about a 30 by about 23, 5mm thick. These little suckers are from the rack pinion. They're probably about a 42.5 for the OD. We're looking at it around, geez, I should have measured the shaft while I had it out for a bit more accurate by representation, but it doesn't matter. Looks like a 47 for the ID, inside diameter, for those who don't know what ID means. OD, outside diameter, obviously. And we're looking at about 7mm for the thickness. With those sort of numbers, you should be able to get something pretty close at, like, well, here in Australia, a lot of these seals, lip seals and stuff, you purchase from like a bearing supplier. Depending on which part of the world you're in, different sort of companies may supply lip seals and whatnot, but like I said, here in Australia, bearing suppliers are the way to go. Now, one final piece that's worth mentioning as well are those little needle roller bearings, especially the one in the center, basically on the lower side of the spool, that I managed to break the cage. I do have some part numbers here, though were basically impossible for me to find locally. You may be able to, I did find some results Googling with those numbers coming up, so you may be able to buy something on Amazon or whatever ahead of time, or if you've got plenty of time to sit and wait, that's an option. But that little tiny bottom one that I broke, it's an INA bearing. It's a F-217644.2, and the top larger one that sits under the main seals, it's a F-225396. So yeah, hopefully that sort of info is of use to you. I don't know if it will be or not, but you know, either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. So take it easy, people, and